Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 6 o'clock. We begin tonight with the senior at Noblesville High School charged with planning a mass shooting at the school for today. Will now stay in jail without bond until at least Tuesday. Our Rich Nye was in court this afternoon for Trinity Shockley's first court appearance.
Trinity Shockley was not in the courtroom. Shockley appeared by video from the Morgan County Jail. Shockley asked the judge, "What if no one can pay my bond? How long will I be in jail?" The judge told Shockley, "Until your case is decided." Shockley is charged with conspiracy to commit murder and intimidation with the threat to commit terrorism. Mooresville police say that a caller tipped off the FBI to Shockley's alleged plan for a mass shooting during lunchtime on Valentine's Day at Mooresville High School. Police say they found photos and posters of mass shooters in Shockley's bedroom. In social media conversations, Shockley allegedly said, "I've been planning this for a year," and posted 4 more days on February 10th.
We can't say whether this plot and plan would have been carried out without the intervention of the police, but we can say with certainty that there was no mass shooting today at Mooresville High School, and our community is forever grateful.
Mooresville School said attendance at the high school was lower than normal on Friday.
I think the threat at Mooresville High School has been handled. There's no indication at this point in the investigation that anybody else was involved, but we're not done. You know, if we find out, we'll address it as we find information out.
Shockley has a bond review hearing Tuesday. A jury trial is scheduled June 10th. In Morgan County, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Tonight, a mom and her son are extra grateful toward the friend of the suspect who came forward about that school shooting threat in Mooresville. Tonight, our Marina Silva talked with them as they come to terms with what just happened in their hometown.
There's a lot of empty parking spots at Mooresville High School. Not all students felt comfortable coming or even staying at school. A 16-year-old student is grateful for the friend of a suspect for coming forward and potentially saving everybody else.
It's going to take time to go back to how it used to be, but it's just how it's going to be for a while because everybody's going to have to get used to it that a school shooting almost happened.
Trenton Law is a student at Mooresville High School. When he got a news alert on his phone Thursday afternoon, he immediately texted his mom. He went to school Friday morning, but came home early.
I didn't know what was going to happen because it's not something that you can train for.
His mom, Melissa Bradshaw, immediately felt many emotions, but now it's mainly grateful.
I have the opportunity to hug my son tonight when he goes to sleep, and so do so many other parents.
We know it was a friend of the suspect who alerted law enforcement.
Thank you for keeping my child safe, regardless of, how scared you were or the repercussions that you thought that you may face.
Bradshaw is upset that for so many of these students, they don't feel safe at school.
That is supposed to be their safe haven. That's supposed to be their safe place. That's where a lot of kids, they are, that is their safe place from their homes.
Both Bradshaw and her son never thought something like this would happen in their hometown.
It kind of rocks your world a little bit. It brings reality to your front door. And as sad as it is, sometimes we get in our little bubble out here and we get in our, our little safe space, but, no one is exempt from this.
And Trenton is thankful nothing worse happened.
I would not want to experience that.
The FBI did send us a statement crediting law enforcement partnerships to preventing violent incidents. But for now, this community is working towards healing. Reporting in Mooresville, Marina Silva, 13 News.
Now, there are multiple ways that you can contact the Sandy Hook tip line. You can submit a tip online. You can also call the hotline. We've got the number to call and a link to the Sandy Hook Promise website on WTHR.com. Well, there is certainly lots to talk about in terms of your weather impact this weekend. We'll get to that in a moment. As you look at the skyline here on this Friday evening, we know a lot of you are heading out for Valentine's Day dinner. Angela's got the forecast not only for tonight, for the weekend, too.
Let's start with the good news, as you pointed out. Valentine's Day dinner plans, no problem. If you come home after 9 p.m., might notice a few flurries or a quick burst of snow north. It'll be after midnight that we get into that freezing rain and ice threat. All in all, you'll just need the heavy coat. Temperatures in the low 30s. Winter weather advisory goes into effect late tonight, early tomorrow morning for areas Indianapolis north because of that icing threat. This storm system just developing out to our west, leading edge producing a few flurries and a couple of snow showers. Nothing reaching the ground locally. As I mentioned, it'll be after 9 p.m. for most of us. 7 o'clock tonight, we are still in the clear. Here comes that snow chance 8, 9 o'clock, mainly north of Indianapolis. And then after midnight, here comes that ice threat. This will continue through mid to late morning the farther north you go, and then this turns into a heavy rain threat as we get into tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and early Sunday. We will go from ice to heavy rain to snow. All weather impacts this weekend, all of that covered in your 7-day.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. And you can get those real-time alerts about this weekend's winter storm right on your phone. So be sure to download our live Doppler 13 weather app. It's free. You'll find it in your phone's app store. Tonight at 6, we're learning more about a crash that left one person dead and several others injured last Sunday near Noblesville. Police tonight telling us that 52-year-old Christy Shomali died from her injuries. All of this unfolding near Greenfield Avenue and Promise Road. Investigators tell us a man was driving along Greenfield Avenue when a car pulled out in front of him. Several people came to help the two drivers. That's when an SUV crashed into one of the cars, causing it to hit two of the people who came over to help. 2 other people were taken to the hospital. And tonight at 6, we're getting our first look inside that troubled U.S. Postal Service hub here in Indianapolis. So since December, we've been telling you about the shipping delays causing frustration for businesses and customers. And now Indiana lawmakers in D.C. are getting involved. Our Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick shares their new demands to get this hub back on track.
For months, complaints have been pouring in about the U.S. Postal Service hub on Indy's east side. New video provided to 13 News shows boxes of packages piling up. A backlog those who work there say is getting out of hand, leaving customers and small businesses hurting.
Yep, nothing.
I've never had this many complaints. Never.
Hoosier lawmakers also heard those complaints. On Thursday, every member of Indiana's congressional delegation signed a letter to the Postmaster General requesting a detailed explanation for the delays and specific steps to address them. Congressman Jefferson Shreve is leading the charge, talking to us over the phone on Friday.
Everyone signed on the letter, Democrats and Republicans, every district across Indiana in Congress. We want an answer. We want a fix. Timely.
Hoping to get a response from the Postmaster General by Monday. And we did reach back out to the Postal Service for comment regarding this letter from lawmakers, but did not hear back. Previously, we were told that local management is monitoring operations. In Indianapolis, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
And now to a new warning tonight from the Marion County Health Department telling anyone with a mild illness to avoid emergency rooms because of rising flu cases. The department says an increase in flu activity is putting more stress on ERs at hospitals across the county. Health officials do say if you are experiencing severe flu-like symptoms like a high fever or a severe headache, please seek medical treatment immediately. Still to come, a loss is helping others in dire need of an organ transplant. An Indiana mom tonight sharing how her tragedy has turned into something positive when she needed it the most. Plus, we're 100 days away from the Indianapolis 500. I'll tell you how you can join the countdown. Angela?
May, Scott. As we look ahead to a weekend winter storm system and bitter cold next week, I'll have your forecast.